guys, it's me, Danny from Enigma Rooms, and I'm here with you once again for another Friday night quiz. Oh! Yes, it's a Friday night quiz, but you don't have to play it on Friday, you don't have to play it at night. You can play it Tuesday in the daytime if you want to. Look, you know how quizzes work now. You're on YouTube, you've obviously searched for quizzes, or it's popped up in your recents or something like you'd quite like to see. So, you know what they're all about. It's a 50-question quiz split across 5 rounds, all right? Them rounds this week are knowledge and trivia. I know some people call it general knowledge, but we call it knowledge and trivia. We've got an entertainment round. We've got an album covers round, suggested by one of our regulars, Aaron. We've got a connections round. That seemed to be popular last week, so I've done another one. And we've got the famous picture round, which is a general knowledge question, but with pictures, all right? Now, you might notice that if you're a regular viewer, I'm in a slightly different position. I'm in the Broom still, the Twisted Broom here in Doncaster, but I've got an altar. They had a game here the other night with Bake, Battle and Roll, the board game cafe in Doncaster City Centre, and they've been using this altar, and I thought, do you know what? I'm going to use it as well. You don't need anything for this quiz. You can just shout at the screen if you want to, but I'm not going to respond because I am pre-recorded. You can use your notepad and pen, or you can write the answers down on an iPad or a phone or whatever. It's completely up to you. It's up to you how you do it. You don't have to actually have anything if you don't want to. You can say the answers in your head, and if you're right, you're right. Basically, I'm going to go through all 50 questions, and then I'll do the answers at the end. So, other than saying please like and subscribe, oh god, I feel like I'm at a school assembly or something here with this, like that. Yeah, you've all been naughty, you've all been terrible, tuck your shirt in, spit your chewing out, you've got detention, see you later, Glover. That's what they used to say. Anyway, let's move on to round 1. It's 10 quick quiz questions based on knowledge and trivia. So, let's do this properly. Round 1. Yes, knowledge and trivia. Okay, as I say, there's 10 questions. You're going to get roughly around 10 seconds to answer each question. Your time starts right about now. Question number 1. What year did the Chernobyl nuclear disaster occur? So what year did the Chernobyl, I say Chernobyl, some people say Chernobyl. I'm not really sure which way it is to say it, but I say Chernobyl. What year did the Chernobyl nuclear disaster occur? We're starting off light. It's a way to start off a quiz, isn't it? Start off with disasters. Question number 2. Which British monarch is the 3rd longest reigning? So which British monarch is the 3rd longest reigning? So we've previously had the questions in other quizzes. If you've not done it yet, you can go back and do them, but we've had the questions such as the longest reigning and the 2nd longest reigning. So now I'm asking the 3rd longest reigning. Question number 3. In maths, what is the only even prime number? So in maths, what is the only even prime number? Question number 4, bit of geography now for you. What country would you find the River Clyde? In what country would you find the River Clyde? Question number 5. The phrase, Big Brother is watching you, originates from which novel? Hey, I like having this. Gives me hands something to do. Hold on to this, and I'm less animated. I've got ADHD. For those who don't know, I've got ADHD, and I'm really sort of. Anyway, question number 5. The phrase "Big Brother is watching you" originates from which novel? Question number 6. Which ancient civilization built Machu Picchu? So which ancient civilization built Machu Picchu? Question number 7. Which scientist developed the 3 laws of motion? So which scientist developed the 3 laws of motion? Question number 8. Mount Kilimanjaro is in which country? Mount Kilimanjaro is in which country? Question number 9. Which battle is most commonly known for being fought in 1066? Which battle is most commonly known for being fought in 1066? Now I say most commonly known because there are a couple of... Apparently around that time everyone was battling everyone, you know what I mean? But there's one battle that is most commonly known, especially in the UK, for being fought in 1066. And finally, question number 10 for your knowledge in trivia round. What is the capital city of Norway? So what is the capital city of Norway? And there, that were a pathetic clap, guys. Let's try again. There we go. Right, now we're on to our entertainment round. Now, our entertainment round could mean a number of things. It could mean TV, film, music, plays, theatre, novels, games and stuff like that, okay? So get your head in that kind of zone because that's what we're going for now. Right, entertainment round. Question number 1 is, which Stephen Sondheim musical is largely set in a barbershop? Which Stephen Sondheim musical is largely set in a barbershop? Question number 2. In the TV show Breaking Bad, what is the street name for Walter White's drug? I don't know if I'm allowed to say what he... Because sometimes if you say certain words in your videos, it gets edited out or people see it less. So I'm not really sure what I'm allowed to say. So let's say it's math spelt with an E. In Breaking Bad, what is the street name of Walter White's drug? Question number 3. Who wrote the lyrics for the musical Joseph and His Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat? So just to be clear, who wrote the lyrics for the musical Joseph and His Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat? And I think I've bragged about this before, but I'm going to do it again anyway. Joseph's got 29 colours in his coat, and I can name them all in order of the song, because we had to learn it for a school production. It was on the whiteboard, written, and any spare time you had to go and learn it. You didn't ask, but I'm telling you anyway. Number 4. Who played the Joker in the 60s TV series Batman? The Adam West version. Some might say the best. Certainly the best TV version of it anyway. Pow! Who played the Joker in the 60s TV series The Batman? Question number 5. What is the UK game show that has been hosted by the likes of Terry Wogan, Les Dawson and Lily Savage? What is the UK TV game show that has been hosted by the likes of Terry Wogan, Les Dawson and Lily Savage? Question number 6. Joe Pasquale, Shane Ritchie, Brian Conley and Bradley Walsh have just recently toured the UK under what group name? So Joe Pasquale,
oh, they had an accident. Oh, there was something like, get on your nerves.
Joe Pasquale, Shane Ritchie, Brian Conley and Bradley Walsh. Is that alright? I think that was an alright impression, wasn't it? They've all toured the UK under which group name? Do you remember that advert? It was the Underdog advert. Insurance. Underdog! It was Brian Blessed and Joe Pasquale.
Underdog? Oh, they had an accident.
Oh, foolish! That one. Number 7, moving on. Number 7, what comedy group had members such as Eric Idle, Graham Chapman and Terry Gilliam? Or Gilliam. What comedy group had members such as Eric Idle, Graham Chapman and Terry Gilliam? Or Gilliam. I'm a massive fan and I can't remember how to pronounce that one. Actually, I can't remember what they say. He's American, so he'd probably say Gilliam, wouldn't he? He wouldn't go G, he'd go G. Gilliam. Question number 8. Who wrote the soundtrack for Disney's Tarzan? Two worlds, one family. Who wrote the soundtrack for Disney's Tarzan? A great soundtrack. My son's just watched this quite recently on Disney Plus, and yeah, it's a very good soundtrack. He made me put it on. He said, "Dad, can you play that?" So I played it, a couple of songs, and yeah, it's good. It's good. Number 9. What is Blackadder's dim-witted sidekick and/or servant called? So what is Blackadder's dim-witted sidekick / servant called? Question number 10 for your entertainment round. What was the name of Eminem's debut studio album? So what was the name of Eminem's debut studio album? There we go, guys. That's your entertainment round. Now moving on to an album covers round. This was suggested by our regular viewer, Aaron. So thank you very much for that. He was here the other day, actually. And he reminded me that he suggested it. And I'm like, actually, Aaron, I'm putting it on this quiz. So this is the album covers round. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a picture of a iconic, maybe famous is the right word, album cover, okay? So I've taken off the name of the artist and I've taken off the name of the actual album. There are 2 points available for each question. I need you to tell me A, who the artist is, and B, what's the name of that album. I thought that was the fairest way of doing it because some people, like myself, I'm not very good with album names, but I will know band names, so I thought this is the best way to get points. So 2 points available, the artist and the album name. You don't have to get one to get the other. It's just if you get one, that's it. That's fine. Okay. What I always disallow though is I don't allow you just putting 5 randoms to think. Well, that'll be Elvis Presley. So the albums that he did were, I'm just naming 5 albums to increase your chances. No, you get 1 guess at each. All right. So here's picture number 1. I thought I'd start off easy. Picture number 1. Can you name the artist? And more importantly, can you name the name of the album? So question number 2, same thing. Can you tell me the name of the artist? And can you tell me the name of the album? Tricky one, this one, I think. I think you might know the artist, but unless you're a fan, you might not know the name of the album. Question number 3. Can you tell me the name of the artist and the name of the album? Now, iconic, right? People know this one. There's people going around wearing this on t-shirts. Like young people, like, I'm talking like, I don't know, 14, 15-year-olds. And I bet they don't know, they just think it's a science thing, maybe a prism, or maybe some people think because of the rainbow it's a pride thing, I don't know, but I guarantee you, they will not know who they are. Question number 4, same artist and album name, please. Question number 5, same. Remember, 2 points available for each question. I apologise for talking throughout the space of time where you're meant to be thinking. I talk a lot. I appreciate that. I'm sorry. Again, it's an ADHD mind. I don't like silences. You can mute me. It's up to you. Question number 6. Oh, the guy in the car outside knew. Bipped at me. Followed by question number 7. Band and artist. And the album name, please. Question 7 is obviously followed by question number 8. If anyone's like me, which I appreciate not many people are, but if I was doing this quiz and that album came up, I would do that little giggle that I've just done there. Question 8, obviously, preceded by question number 9. Artist and album name, please. And finally, is this an easy one? I don't know. Question number 10. Iconic. There we go, guys. That's your 10 albums. Thank you again to Aaron for suggesting that. Again, if anyone's got any quiz round suggestions, please drop them in the comments below. I certainly would appreciate it. Not that I'm running out of ideas, because there's millions of ideas, but it just gives me an idea of what you as viewers would like. That's what that helps with. So we're going to have our connections round now. So we did this last week on quiz number 17. We're on quiz number 18 today. We did it last week on quiz number 17 for the first time, and it got quite a positive reaction, so I thought I'd give it another go. Basically, for those who don't know what's going to happen now, is I'm going to give you 4 questions that are general knowledge questions, and then the 5th question would be, how do all the answers connect? How are they all connected? And then I'll give you another 4 questions, and question number 10 will be, how are them 4 connected? Okay. All eight questions are not connected to each other. It's just the first 4 questions, and then question number 5 is how are they connected, and then the second 4 is a separate connection completely. What I'll say as well is, the answer that you give to the general knowledge question, the full answer may not be used in the connection. So, for example, if the answer is Elvis Presley, to the general knowledge question, the connection might be something to do with Elvis or something to do with Presley, okay? It doesn't mean that just because it's a 2-word answer, it doesn't necessarily mean that both words are connected. So bear that in mind as well. I hope that makes sense. I'm sure it does. Question number 1. So, what was the name of Prince's 1984 album? Sorry, I've made a terrible spelling error on here, which confused me a little bit. So what was the name of Prince's 1984 album? Or the artist formerly known as Prince, as we should probably call him for copyright reasons. What was the name of his 1984 album? Question number 2. Who bets that he can travel around the world in 80 days? So who bets that he can travel around the world in just 80 days? In 2017, an Irish newspaper mixed up Man United footballer with which famous grime artist? I don't even know what grime is. I'm 34 years old. Should I know? Is it a young person thing? Grime to me is dirt, right? Oh, this place looks a bit grimy. That's what that is. In 2017, an Irish newspaper mixed up a Man United footballer with which famous grime artist? Question number 4. Mirror, mirror on the wall is a quote from which Disney princess film? Mirror, mirror on the wall is a quote from which Disney princess film? And then question number 5. How are all them answers connected? So what's the connection between all them answers? Okay, moving on. So again, this is now a separate 4 set of questions. These 4 are not connected in any way to the top 4, the first 4 should I say. So this is a separate connection now with these 4 questions. Number 6, who voiced Dennis the dog in the 2015 film Absolutely Anything? Great film. Enjoyed it very much so. Simon Pegg's in it. Very good. Who voiced Dennis the dog in the 2015 film Absolutely Anything? Number 7, whose debut 2006 album was named after themselves? So whose 2006 album was named after themselves? As in, it was named after the artist. The album wasn't called After Themselves. That's not the name of the artist. It was named after the artist. I need to know who that artist is. The name of the artist is the same name as the album. Question number 8. Which fictional spaceship was piloted by Han Solo and Chewbacca? I'm going to start a YouTube channel or a TikTok channel or something. I'm just doing bad impressions, I think. I'm all right with impressions where you sort of go, you know, you do the impression and then I tell you who the impression is and then you go, oh yeah, it did sound a bit like them. Which fictional spaceship was piloted by Han Solo and Chewbacca? And question number 9. What type of crossing allows pedestrians to push a button to stop the traffic? So what type of crossing, in the UK that is, what type of crossing allows pedestrians to push a button to stop traffic? What's it called in the UK? And of course, question number 10. How are them 4 questions? How are they connected? Or the answers to them 4 questions, should I say. Thank you! And finally, moving on to our picture round. Now, this is, of course, a general knowledge round, but we have pictures, okay, to help you out, okay? That's just easy, isn't it? It's as easy as that. Because, for example, question number 1 is, who is this actor? See, you couldn't have done that. You couldn't have answered that question without the picture. Because who is this answer means that I've got the person in my head. You know what I mean? Makes sense having a picture now, doesn't it? So who's that actor? I've got to say, being seated, I don't fidget as much, I don't think. I'm rocking and standing all over. Has anyone else got ADHD? If you're out there and you've got ADHD, give me some coping mechanisms. What do you do? Do you I'm not bothered about taking anything for it. I'm happy. But do you do anything? Sleeping at night, that's becoming a problem lately. Number 2, we're a community now. We can help each other. Number 2, name this band. Based on this picture, can you name this band? Question number 3. I should say the first 3 questions of this round. Question number 3, by the way, is name this flag. The first 3 questions of this round was come up by Taylor, who's the manager of Doncaster Enigma Rooms, Doncaster. He's Taylor from Enigma Rooms. So thank you, Taylor, for helping me out with 3 questions. So name this flag. Whose flag is that? Question number 4. Name this sports personality. Who is that personality from the sports world? Technically a sport. Technically. Number 5. Name 2 points available here, I think. Name the make and model of this car. Make and model of the car. Point for each. Again, as always, you can't put multiple guesses. Question number 6. Name this UK seaside town. Been there a few times. Lots of happy memories. In fact, if I remember, I'll tell you a story after the answer. What are we on now? I don't know. Number 7. Name this animal. Ah, look at him. Or her. I don't actually know. Could be. Either. There's probably a way of telling. Other than the obvious. Cute though, aren't they? That's my wife's favourite animal, that. It's not my wife. That's my wife's favourite animal. That was a bad place to put a pause. Number 8. Name this radio presenter. Can you name this radio presenter? Number 9. Name this TV show. We know it. We know it. We don't need to hang around on this question, do we? We know it straight away. Would you take the lower offer? Any minus figures? Would you take any minus figures? Punishable by death, I think. And number 10, name this comedian. Just saying my views are all personal and got nothing to do with Enigma. Name this comedian for me, please. There we go. That is our quiz for the week, guys. Just going to take a little pause here just to say, please do me a favour if you've not already. Like this video. If you like every video, that it really helps us out. Comment what you do like, what you don't like, and more importantly, comment your score. I love seeing your scores every week. I do try and respond to as many people as possible. But yeah, if you let us know what rounds you like, what you don't like, and what rounds you'd like to see in future, that would be awesome. Thank you very much to our new subscribers. I know we've got a couple who have commented recently. I really appreciate you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thanks for commenting. And there was also a gentleman, I want to say his name was Graham, I apologise if I've got that wrong, who corrected me on a question from last week. I worded it slightly wrong, but he's the only one who mentioned it, so I'm going to pretend I got away with it. But yeah, I'm not against it. Feel free for doing that. I need to learn. Anyway, while we're on this section as well, I think it's already up there. Our social media accounts are all up there. Give us a like, give us a follow on some of them, especially TikTok, things like that. We get some videos on there. Nick, who is the owner of Enigma, has got a couple of interviews on there at the minute of how we started as well, and there's more coming out soon, I am aware. So yeah, get onto that, find out all about Enigma. But other than that, should we do our answers? Yes! Let's do them! Right, okay guys, I'm just going to fire through these as quick as I can. Feel free to slow me down if I go too fast. The playback speed button is always available on all YouTube apps and devices. And you can just pause me if you want. Anyway, question number 1 in the knowledge and trivia round. The year that the Chernobyl disaster happened was 1986. The British monarch that has the 3rd longest reign, it was not Queen Elizabeth II, it was not Queen Victoria, it was King George III. Yes, he did 59 years. 59 years and 92 days or something like that, I think it was. In maths, the only prime number that is even is number 2. Number 4, what country would you find River Clyde? Well, that would be in old Bonnie, Scotland. The phrase Big Brother is watching you originates from the George Orwell novel 1984. The ancient civilization that built the Machu Picchu was the Inca Empire. So well done if you've got that, guys. Number 7, the developer of the 3 laws of motion was, of course, Sir Isaac Newton. Mount Kilimanjaro was in the country of Tanzania. Now, I know I'm from a little village in Doncaster called Bolby, and that is at the bottom of Yorkshire's biggest mountain, which is Kilimanjaro. There we go. But Tanzania was the answer to that question. Number 9. Which battle is most commonly known for being fought in 1066? That is, of course, the Battle of Hastings. And most of you will also know 0800 00 1066, which is Hastings directs the insurance company. That's how my generation know about the Battle of Hastings. Number 10, what is the capital city of Norway? It is, of course, Oslo. Moving on to our entertainment round, the Stephen Sondheim musical set in a barbershop was, of course, Sweeney Todd, the demon barber of Fleet Street. And number 2, Breaking Bad, the street name for Walter White's drug was Blue Sky. Well done if you've got that. I don't think I made it through Breaking Bad. I got quite far through, and then something distracted me, as it always does, and then I went back and finished it. But what I saw was quite good. Number 3, who wrote the lyrics for the musical Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat? The writer of the music was Andrew Lloyd Webber, but that's not the answer to the question. The writer of the lyrics was Tim Rice. There we go. Who played the Joker in the 60s? That was, I would say Alfa Romero then. That's definitely not correct. Cesar Romero. Number 5, what is the UK game show that was hosted by Terry Wogan, Les Dawson and Lily Savage? That was, of course, Blankety Blank, Blankety Blank, Blankety Blank, Blankety Blank. Blankety Blank is the name of that game show. It's just been brought back actually recently by, I think it was Bradley Walsh, wasn't it? Joe Pasquale. Shane Ritchie, I don't know impressions of the others. Brian Connolly and Bradley Walsh have all toured under the name Prat Pack. Great name. Great little pun on the Rat Pack. Prat Pack. Which comedy group had Eric Idle, Graham Chapman and Terry Gilliam? That was, of course, the Monty Python team. Who wrote the soundtrack for the Disney Tarzan film? That was, of course, Phil Collins. Blackadder's sidekick was called Baldrick. And what was the name of Eminem's debut studio album? It was called Infinite. So well done if you got some and or more, most of them. Moving on to our album covers now. Here we go. The Beatles did this album, so a point if you've got the Beatles. And this album is called Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club. So, it's a mouthful, but it's a good one. David Bowie here with Aladdin Sane. I think most of you got David Bowie. Bowie, I say Bowie. Aladdin Sane, I don't know. Let me know if you got that one. Pink Floyd here with The Dark Side of the Moon. And we've got number 4, we've got the NWA, we'll stick with that. Straight Outta Compton is what the album's called. Number 5 is Iron Maiden with Killers. Number 6 was Blink-182 with Enema of the State. Number 7, tough one this. I don't think many people would have got this unless you were around and you bought the album. This was Duran Duran with Rio. Number 8 was Tenacious D, and this was the Pick of Destiny album. 'Cause it's the pick! Number 9 was Fleetwood Mac with Rumours. I would say that's probably Dark Side of the Moon is probably the most known one of this group in it. And number 10 was the band Queen, and the album was called Queen 2. So well done if you've got them, guys. Thank you again, Aaron, for that suggestion. Right, now on to our connections round. The first 4 questions and what's the connection to them for. So the questions are, Prince's 1984 album was called Purple Rain. Who bets that he can travel the world in 80 days? That was Phileas Fogg. In 2017, the Irish newspaper mixed up the Manchester United footballer with grime artist Stormzy. And Mirror Mirror on the Wall is a quote from the princess film Snow White. And the connection is, of course, they're all types of weather. So well done if you got that connection. Next 4 now, please. We've got who voiced Dennis the dog in the 2015 film Absolutely Anything? That was Robin Williams. Who his debut album is named after themselves? That was Taylor Swift. The fictional spaceship piloted by Han Solo and Chewbacca was the Millennium Falcon. And which type of crossing allows pedestrians to push a button to stop traffic? That was the Pelican Crossing, which makes the connection for these 4 this week. Types of birds. Yes, they're all types of bird. Fantastic effort if you got all them. Now onto our picture round. Let's fire through these because I'm running out of battery on my phone. Who is the actor? That is John Benthall. Thank you, Taylor, for that one. Band is Weezer. The flag is the flag of Nepal. It's the only one that's not a traditional shape. Yes, there are some out there that are square and not rectangular, but apparently this is the only one that is not even in that category. The sports personality is a horse racer called Frankie Dettori, famous for jumping off his horse after winning. The name of the car and the model is a Peugeot 207. Well done if you got that. 2 points available for that one to remember. The UK seaside town is Scarborough. The story is me, my sister, my 2 brothers, we all went to Scarborough after doing a Go Ape thing nearby. And we saw a whale, a killer whale and its cub, I think they're called, beached. And this rescue team were sort of spraying it with water and rolling it about, and it was right up on the shore, and there was a crowd of people, and we were traumatised watching this whale, killer whale, up close. I didn't realise they were in the UK, but also, it's upsetting to watch them being beached. And after about 20 minutes of being worried, we then realised that they were inflatable, and it was it was like a practice thing. So we all felt foolish. Anyway. This is a red panda. The name of this radio host is Scott Mills, BBC Radio 2. That's not his full name, it's just Scott Mills, he's from BBC Radio 2. This TV show is called The Chase, of course it's The Chase. And finally, the name of the comedian is Miles Jupp. Guys, that is your quiz for this week. Thank you, as always, for joining us. I'm not joking, it makes my day when I see your comment, so please feel free to comment, like and share it amongst your friends and family as well. Other than that, guys, my name's Danny from Enigma Rooms, and I'll see you next time. Ta-ta for now.